Cynthia, come here. I told you we need an ice chest. Ice chest. No, the good ones. Yes. No, I can't believe you made this mistake. No, don't worry about it. We'll just wing it. Gosh dang it. Did you ever get your car unlocked? Okay, great. Great. Okay, well, no, we'll talk about this later. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this latest episode of Beer with Gear, where we interview gear that we love, that we have known, and that we have cherished. We would like to thank our sponsors, Praying Man Outfitters, outfitting you with killer apparel that looks great. Jump on over to Praying Man Outfitters at www.prayingman.com and get outfitted. Hunt, fish, prey. Praying Man. I am joined here today with one Nathan Aloysius Bailey, co-host, myself, John Eastburn, and our distinguished guest, Cole the Cooler. Cole, how are you?
Howdy there. Howdy there, John. Howdy there, Nate. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thanks for making time in
I really appreciate it.
Your busy schedule.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah. What
I really appreciate it.
I can tell you appreciate it. Yeah, we appreciate you. I can see there's quite a bit of layer of dust on your lid there.
I was told that any guest on the Beers with Gears would be given a complimentary pressure washing, but I didn't receive that tonight.
That's after the episode.
All right, well, I'll be waiting for my pressure washing.
I'm not sure what that is, but we will pressure wash you. But absolutely, we'll definitely get to that. So, Cole, tell us a little bit about yourself. How would you describe yourself with
Sure. Well, thanks again, John and Nathan. Is it Nathaniel or is it Nathan?
Nathan or Nate.
Nathan.
I'm going to stick with Nathaniel. Gentlemen, thank you very much. For those who are not able to watch on the YouTubes, I am a cooler. And circa 1996 was a great year. I was molded in a red fashion, red bottoms, a white top, which was not a common version of the cooler. So this representation I'm very proud of, and I'm still today. Very proud of the fact that I've been a two-tone situation with the red bottoms and the white tops.
Hey Cole, sorry to interrupt. Was that the standard offering as far as the red and white from the factory?
Listen, John, I understand what you're doing with the pronunciation of my W's and the H's, but I don't appreciate it. No, most of the coolers that roll off the line back in the 1996 was a one color, usually a off-white or maybe a beige color, blues. Blue was a big. Listen, John, blue was a big color back in the day with the coolers, but I got a red and a white top.
I see.
With the red bottom.
It's sharp. It is sharp.
Thank you, John.
It looks good. It looks really, really good. Nate was whispering in my ear before we started, and we're both pretty curious, and I'm sure the folks.
I noticed you two are very close.
We are close, very close, but not as close as that wine cork is to where your plug used to be. Tell us a little bit about that.
Obviously, my buttons are not quite as polished as they used to be, and that being is I don't have all the bells and whistles that did come from the factory. So if you're referring to my cork in the drain plug, yes, I have been outfitted with what seems to be a wine cork in the where at the bottom of the drain plug. So unfortunately, I did lose my factory manufactured drain plug back in the day. But I was outfitted with this fine cork. I believe it's a Pinot Noir, uh, circa 1999. You can still put liquids and ice in me, and I will not drain.
Hmm. I see. I see. Well, for a cooler that is 10 plus years old, you're looking great. You're looking great.
It doesn't seem that your mathematics are quite correct. I'm over 25 years old.
Oh, 25.
Correct.
25 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I stand corrected. Sorry about that. My apologies. My apologies, Cole.
The looking great's kind of questionable too, Cole. If I must be honest.
No one asked you, Nathaniel, but continue.
Okay. All right. Moving on. Cole, tell us a little bit about your beginnings, please. Where were you born? Let's start at the beginning.
Sure. Well, appreciate the first of all. Appreciate the time and appreciate the opportunity to tell my story.
We get it. You appreciate it.
The story is important. Yeah. It's an important one, and so 1996 was an interesting time, and one of the times that I rolled off the factory floor. Long December was playing, I believe, upon the radio, Counting Crows, a popular song back in 1996.
How many crows were there?
They were counting.
Yeah.
Does it matter how Nathaniel? Does it matter how? Do you know how many crows there were? Nathaniel, listen, son. Listen. I've seen crows have had crows that you don't even understand have crows. So, listen, the Counting Crows were playing. All I know is I was rolling across that belt line, and I was being produced. I want to come out of the manufacturing facility. I was a 40-quart economical cooler. Okay, you understand me?
You're a what? I'm sorry.
40.
I'm sorry, Cole.
I was a 40-quart economical cooler.
Echo what?
Economical.
Okay. Okay. Appreciate it. Go on.
Listen, you got to understand there's different times, okay? Economics.
It sounds like
son, you asked a question. So the day I rolled off the line was I believe it was a Tuesday, and the Counting Crows was in the background, and the model number I was given on the bottom of my red bottom was a W622 TRZC. OOL with the cool, understand the cooler. A 40 and a 40 was the quart that I was labeled with. So it was a W622 TRC OOL40.
Okay.
Oh, you understand me? Okay,
Yeah,
so
I
I
think we
was
understand.
stamped
I
with
think we
that,
do.
and that is the name I carry with me today,
Yeah.
and I'm very proud of that. It was a good time for coolers. You understand me? Outdoor activities were very, very popular, strong. We were promoting the kids out in the playing with the kids, and the play 60 was a big thing. We wanted to get the kids out there playing for 60 minutes. You understand me? Also, obviously, the hunting and the fishing industry was a very popular among America's pastimes. Okay, so it was a fantastic time to become a cooler. I was only at the factory for a few days, and as I said, I kept to myself. I understood that the people that I met on the shelves of the factory was only going to be for a few days. So those friendships I made were going to be soon will be a distant memory. And sure enough, after a couple of days on the inventory rack, and I was shipped out on the big rig.
So where'd you end up at?
Sure, John. Appreciate that question. After leaving the factory, I did a little place. Maybe I'm not sure if you've heard of it. Walmart is the way we call it on the shelf is a Walmart. Are you familiar with retailer?
I am. W. How do you spell that? Is there an H in Walmart?
Walmart, I believe is WHALMRT, MART.
Nate, is that how you? Is that how you're?
Yeah,
Is that how, is that how it's
I
spelled?
think it's
Okay.
close
Okay.
enough, John.
Okay. Cool.
Fantastic. So I
Just double
spent
check.
some time in the Walmart. It did not take long for me to be on the shelves, and it was a great place. I got to meet a lot of good people. Met some other people from the Cole family. We met the tents. We also met the sleeping bags from the Cole family, and also the lanterns, of course. We spent some time there, but it was only a matter of time until I was picked up, and someone came in to take a shining to me, and that person. Man, I was just blessed to be a part of at least what I thought was going to be a part of a fishing community. I was very wrong.
Well, please do elaborate.
Yeah, how so?
Before I get into the person that bought me, I was fortunate enough to be involved in a few ads that probably you're familiar with. You've probably seen it in a lot of the retailers. Fall catalogs. Be a generic family sitting around campfire. That was me. I was also involved in that. Generic family, generic group of fishermen sitting on a shoreline, smiling and laughing. I was also in that promotion. Generic sports team huddled up in the sideline, smiling and laughing. I was also in that promotion. Generic backyard deck party, people smiling, laughing. I was also in that promotion.
That's impressive. That's impressive, Cole. Do you think the generic sports team, the generic family, the generic sportsman, do you think they're thinking back about those times now and describing their experience in those catalogs as being with the generic cooler?
I don't think they think about me very often.
Okay. Just a question. Well, good. Awesome. Excellent.
I appreciate the
Continue on.
question, and to get back to it, so I was picked up by a fishing guide. When you're picked up by a fishing guide, obviously the immediate thoughts of you're being you're immediately cast into the visions of daily boat rides skimming across smooth Caribbean waters, right? Is it Caribbean or Caribbean? I can never tell. I don't know. You guys will have to tell me on that one. But, shore lunch afternoons kissed by the sun, holding an ice cold Mexican Corona in your hand. I mean, look at me. I'm built for this stuff, right, John? Right, Nathan?
How many Corona?
Oh man, this is the thoughts that I have in the house. Like today, at the end of the day, I have a nice catch of whatever it is. Is it redfish? John, you tell me. You're a worldly man that would have been told about fishing and of all sorts. Like if I'm sitting in the Caribbean, what type of fish am I fishing for?
That's a great question. I'm confused. You keep speaking of the tropical waters of our southeastern, central eastern part of the United States, but you're not there, Cole.
No, you're right.
You're not
the
there.
problem is I was not there.
You're living in a fantasy, and this is as much of an intervention of that fantasy as it is for us to get to know about you. If you were in the Caribbean, it could be any numbers of, bonefish, redfish, tropical, no, multitudes of other tropical other species. But you're not there. You're not there, Cole, and we're worried about you.
You're right. Okay. Obviously, you guys look at me. I mean,
You're a mess.
I don't look well. Obviously.
Seen better days.
Lots better. Tell us about this. Tell us how'd your handles get broken? Tell us about the dents on your lid. Tell us about those stains on your side. Those weren't from no redfish.
a lot of the questions that you're asking right now can be answered in one like a one short answer. Okay, I was not when I said I was picked off the shelf of the at Walmart. I was not brought into a careful a guide that was going out onto the Caribbean and fishing for the said bone fish. Okay, that is not a life of leisure that I was actually living. Okay, the guide was located here in the Pacific Northwest, and specifically he had fished for the he fished the ocean and the Columbia River. Do you understand what that's like? Do you guys? Let me ask you something like this.
Big
Let me
water.
ask you this. Do you know what 5-day-old squid DNA smells like?
Nate does.
Nate, I've heard you're a real nasty fella. You know what that smells like? I tell you what, lift my lid, right? Come over here. Nathan, get up. Stand up. Come on here. Don't spill my beer now. You smell that. Put those down. Put those beers down.
Don't do it, Nate.
Lift it up.
Don't do it.
Now get your old nose in there.
Oh yeah.
You take a good whiff.
That takes me back.
Oh,
Ooh, doggy.
I knew you were a nasty
You're a
fella.
dirty
Oh
man.
yeah.
That's what
Set
that
you
is
back
right
up.
there. Okay?
That's disgusting.
I spend days sliding across. Here's what it is. I spend days sliding across an aluminum deck, smashing head first into the sides of this sled boat. Are you understand what a sled boat is? A jet boat? You
No,
understand?
Please tell us.
It's
And
a
our listeners.
large boat with hard sides. That's all I know.
How about that?
So getting back to the question, I would like to explain, just as it's been so many years and somebody else given me the platform to talk about the security latch that I have on me now. And oddly enough, I do remember this security latch situation like it was yesterday. So unfortunately, I was with a guy that did not take very good care of me. He had a good day's catch. We had been out on the water. He had me packed full to the gills. And no pun intended, John. I understand you like the puns. But he had me packed full of ice and salmon. It was a good day to catch a salmon. Johnny had too much salmon. Okay, you understand me?
Too much.
It was late.
Wow.
He was tired. It was not an excuse. I understand that. He had put so much ice and salmon in me, and he just hammer-fisted me. The sides of this hammer-fisted me. He was trying to get the latch shut. Couldn't get it shut. He just hammer-fisted me shut. Just too.
We get it.
It was too much.
He hammer fisted you.
I held
It
on
sounds-
as long as I could. You understand?
Sounds horrible.
Were they at least nice chrome salmon fish?
The fish was
Or were they
it was a
boots or-
fantastic
or-
fish. I was happy to be part of the day.
Very pretty.
I was happy to be part of the day, but here's the problem. I actually made it back to the loading dock, and we made it back, and we got up on the boat ramp, and he got me on the trailer, but here's the thing: he got me into the truck. The road out of the boat landing, I knew the problem was that he had a large pothole. It was in the back of the truck, and then there was a large pothole that was going to go across, and then that's when it happened.
What happened?
John and Nathaniel, you're a bit of a movie buff, from what I've heard. Have you've watched the movie the Lethal Weapon with the Mel Gibsons?
Yeah.
There was more than one in that movie.
Well, there's more than one with Lethal Weapon for sure.
Well,
there is only one Mel Gibson though.
Well, not according to Cole.
Well, Cole also is getting my name wrong consistently, so.
Do you remember
I
the
understand.
original
I
movie
understand.
where they captured the Mel Gibsons, and they brought him in, they brought him in and they captured him, and they bound him in the cloak in the ropes.
Was that the scene right after the Danny Glovers tracked down his daughter?
Listen,
Danny
listen.
Glovers?
Do you want to hear about the latch?
Please.
We do, yes. Continue.
So there was the scene in the Lethal Weapons when they brought the Mel Gibson in, and they brought him and they bound him and they threw him in the water.
Right. Familiar
You
with
understand
that?
that? Okay. Do you remember the part where he had to dislocate his shoulder just
Yep.
to get out? Do you remember the pain?
Yeah, looked painful, yes.
You remember the pain on his face and the agony in his eyes and his lips and his nose? in his ears,
I do remember that, yeah.
in his chest. It was worse than that. And I lost. I hold on for dear life because I knew the salmon. The salmon was in there and it was going to provide a good meal for the folks. And I wanted to keep that meat cold, but I could not. So that's where I lost. That's where I don't want to talk about it anymore. That's where I lost. That's where I lost my latch, and they put on this mutation of a latch on me. I don't even know where it's from. It's probably from a Cottam kids party favor. That's what it's from.
Fair enough. All right. Well, appreciate you making a long story far too long.
Yes.
John, what's your next question?
Oh my God. Well, we're running out of time, Cole. But quick question: if we were to fill you with ice, not cubed ice,
Crushed.
crushed ice, packed full to the brim, not too full, and we would not hammer fist it. We would not. Just comfortable ice. How long would you keep it for?
I think any self-respecting cooler like myself, I mean, if we could make it more than 73 to 79 minutes, I think that'd be a successful cooling period. Is that what do you? I mean, is that a success? I mean, what is that in today's world? Obviously, I've been out of the game for a while. Does that feel like? Does that still hold up?
No.
Come
It's
again?
pretty unacceptable.
Excuse me.
Is that with the wine cork upgrade or no? Cool.
Listen, Nathaniel, I understand that my wine cork drainage system is not standard. But listen to me. Am I not aware? Has there been some sort of upgrade? Has there been like a cooler that's been available to the public that's been better than me? I mean, 79 minutes is pretty good. That's a pretty good time to hold on to the coolness.
Do you want to tell him? I think you should tell him. I don't feel comfortable telling
You two seem like you're pussyfooting around.
Yeah, maybe we should just bring up the Instagram page for you.
Excuse me.
Cool.
I don't know what that. Was that a? Like I've heard of Telegram. That was a good treat back in the day.
It's definitely not Telegram.
We take it on the boat. We have some telegrams and some cheese. That was a nice.
He's been in the rafters too long, John.
He has been.
Maybe we should take a break here for just a second, and we'll give you the full rundown. So, all right, there you go, Colt. So, as you can see, lots of rotomolded plastic, rubber latches,
Grizzly proof.
Grizzly, right?
Grizzly
you
proof.
gotta have that.
You ever heard of
Bottle
that?
openers on the corner. Okay, cool. You can see where the game's going
5
these days.
days, bro. 5 days without ice.
Yeah.
Excuse me. You're telling me that a modern age cooler can handle an ice cold beverage for over 5 days?
Yep.
That's poppycock.
Nope. True story.
Sure it is. I appreciate you boys pulling an old man's leg here with these roto-molded words and talks of scientific grizzly bear proof. Jibba jabba, but I think my coal friends and we'll be just fine. I think we'll be doing just fine. You look for us at any of the discount value retailers, and we'll serve a purpose. Okay? Are we understood?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
We are understood. And it is my understanding that we are out of time. We are out of time. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you to our special guest, Cole the Cooler. Please join us next time.